What? Wait. The East Coast don't love Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg? The East Coast ain't got no love for Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and Death Row?
Two low-death niggas, so we're crazy.
That's the first time I ever heard our vocals together, and it gave me that feeling like, oh, this is something special.
I appreciate it, and I'm proud of it now, so I'm gonna flag that.
That make me feel good, cuz. Thank y'all. Y'all trying to make a nigga cry because I'm drunk.
I just want to say something.
I bet you didn't know the truth behind Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre's legendary partnership. And what Snoop just revealed will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about hip-hop. This is the kind of secret that could tear apart decades of trust, friendship, and legacy in a single moment. Snoop Dogg just dropped a bombshell about Dr. Dre that, honestly, no one saw coming. This isn't just another headline or a casual rumor. This is the kind of revelation that makes you question everything you thought you knew about the legends of the game. The West Coast has never seen drama like this before. For decades, the region has been the birthplace of some of the most iconic moments in rap history, but nothing has ever sent shockwaves through the community quite like this. It's the kind of secret that just makes you stop scrolling and gasp. In a world where every move is watched, every word dissected, Snoop Dogg's latest revelation has everyone talking. People are texting their friends, sharing clips, and trying to piece together what it all means. People are grabbing their popcorn, waiting for more. Social media timelines are exploding with hot takes, wild theories, and non-stop memes. Fans and haters alike are glued to their screens, refreshing for updates, desperate to know what's really going on behind the scenes. This is bigger than beef. It's bigger than a diss track or a public feud. This is about trust, friendship, and, man, a legacy that could be flipped upside down in an instant. We're talking about decades of history, collaborations, and brotherhood suddenly thrown into question. Imagine one of the most influential partnerships in music history suddenly shaken, all because of one shocking confession. Nobody knows what to believe right now. The rumors are flying faster than a Dre beat drops, and every new detail just adds fuel to the fire. How did Snoop Dogg get this information? And why now? The suspense is killing everyone. Fans are speculating, insiders are whispering, and the entire hip-hop world is holding its breath. Whatever this secret is, it's about to change hip-hop forever. Stay tuned, because this story is just getting started. Before we get to the juicy details, let's take a step back and set the stage for what made this story so legendary in the first place. Let's rewind for a second and remember how it all began back when the West Coast was just starting to find its voice in hip-hop. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre are more than just friends. They're icons, pioneers who shaped an entire era of music and culture. Their names are carved into the Mount Rushmore of hip-hop, standing tall among the greatest to ever do it. Together, they built the West Coast sound, brick by brick, beat by beat, creating anthems that defined a generation and inspired millions. Back in the early 90s, Snoop was the smooth-talking newcomer with a laid-back flow, and Dre was the genius producer with a vision that would change music forever. When they dropped Nothing But a G-Thang, it wasn't just a hit, it was a cultural earthquake. The sound, the style, the attitude, everything changed overnight. Suddenly, the whole world knew their names. Their chemistry was electric, their partnership unstoppable, and their influence undeniable. For decades, they've been a dynamic duo, pushing boundaries, reinventing themselves, and always staying ahead of the game. Whether it's at award shows, in the studio, or lighting up the stage at the Super Bowl halftime show, their bond has always seemed unbreakable, a true brotherhood in the spotlight. Fans looked up to them, not just for their music, but for their loyalty, their unity, and the way they always had each other's backs, no matter what. So when Snoop hints at a secret that could shake all of this, people can't help but pay attention. The stakes are higher than ever. Now, it's not just about the music anymore. It's about trust, legacy, and what happens when the foundation of a legendary partnership is put to the ultimate test. Because sometimes, even the strongest bonds can be tested, and the world is watching to see what happens next. Their partnership didn't just make hits, it made history. Think about it. The Chronic, Doggy Style. These albums didn't just top charts, They became the soundtrack of a generation. Dre's beats, Snoop's flow, it was magic. Every time they linked up, something legendary happened. They brought that West Coast swagger to the whole world. They weren't just making music, they were setting trends, breaking records, and starting movements. People talk about Jay-Z and Kanye, Outkast, or Run DMC. But Dre and Snoop, they're in a league of their own. There's a reason people still play their classics at every cookout and block party. That's why this secret matters. It's not just gossip. It's a story that could rewrite everything we thought we knew about the kings of the West. It started subtle. A weird look in an interview here. A cryptic Instagram post there. Snoop Dogg started dropping hints like breadcrumbs for fans to follow. "Y'all don't know Dre like I do," he teased with a sly grin. Then, the rumors picked up speed. Somebody's cousin's friend who knows a guy started talking. Suddenly, every hip-hop blog was speculating. Was it about money? Was it about old beefs? Nobody could figure it out. Even Dre's closest circle stayed quiet. No denial, no explanation, just more mystery. Fans started analyzing Snoop's tweets like they were secret codes. Was the truth hidden in his lyrics? Did Dre slip up during an interview? No one knew for sure, but everyone agreed something big was coming. The suspense was at an all-time high. Man, Twitter was absolutely on fire. The hashtag #BuonarDre secret exploded onto the scene, trending worldwide within just a few hours. It felt like everyone on the internet was talking about it, and you couldn't scroll for more than a second without seeing a new meme or a wild theory pop up. The creativity was off the charts. Some people were making hilarious jokes, while others were digging deep, trying to uncover what was really going on behind the scenes. People everywhere were making wild guesses. Some of them were so out there they made you laugh out loud, but a few were honestly kind of serious and made you wonder if there was some truth to them. Friends were tagging each other, sharing the funniest memes, and debating what Dre's secret could possibly be. Instagram Lives just went completely off the rails, as fans from all over the world tried to piece together the puzzle. Every live session was packed with comments, theories, and reactions. Some people even started their own detective work, analyzing every clue they could find. Then, out of nowhere, Snoop Dogg himself jumped into the comments, dropping cryptic messages and adding even more fuel to the fire. His involvement sent everyone into a frenzy. If Snoop was talking, you knew it was serious. One viral post summed up the mood perfectly. "Y'all ain't ready for this one. Stay tuned." That single line got shared thousands of times, and people started counting down, waiting for the next big reveal. The internet totally lost its mind. Everywhere you looked, people were glued to their screens, refreshing their feeds, and talking about nothing else. Even celebrities couldn't resist joining the conversation. Verified accounts and famous rappers started dropping their own takes and jokes, making the whole thing feel even bigger. It was like the entire hip-hop world was in on the secret, and nobody wanted to be left out. Some fans thought it was all just a clever publicity stunt, a way to hype up a new project or album, but others were convinced this was the real deal, and that it would end in a major fallout or a huge revelation that would change everything. Hardcore hip-hop heads started revisiting old interviews, searching for hidden clues. Was Dre acting different lately? Did he drop any hints in the past that everyone missed? And what about Snoop? Had he been dropping subtle hints for years, just waiting for this moment to blow up? It became the hottest topic on every timeline, with notifications blowing up non-stop. No matter where you looked, Dre's secret was everywhere. Everyone wanted to be the first to know the truth. Nobody wanted to miss the moment the secret finally dropped. It was like the whole internet was holding its breath, waiting for that one post that would finally reveal what Dre had been hiding all along. Everybody had a theory. Some said Dre was moving to the East Coast. Others thought it was about an unreleased album. The wildest rumor? Dre was quitting music to become a chef. Fans had a field day with that one. One insider source claimed there was a video, locked up in a vault, showing Dre doing something totally unexpected. Snoop's old interviews were suddenly evidence. People were connecting dots that probably weren't even there. Podcasts dedicated entire episodes to breaking down every clue. Was there a secret message on Doggy Style? Did Dre's hat color mean something? The speculation was endless, and the internet was loving it. Meanwhile, Snoop just kept laughing. He posted a video saying, "Keep guessing, y'all. This one's gonna blow your mind." Fans were more confused than ever. The hype was off the charts. And then finally, Snoop dropped the truth. He went live and let it all out. The room was packed, comments flying. Snoop looked straight at the camera and said, "Y'all ready for this? Dr. Dre is the biggest Nickelback fan I ever met." Silence, then pure chaos. People didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Snoop held up a playlist. "Look, this man got Photograph and Rockstar on repeat. I ain't never seen him get down like that in the studio before." Dre's response? He just shrugged and grinned. Good music is good music. The internet exploded. Memes flew faster than ever. One had Dre holding up a Nickelback album like it was a Grammy. Snoop kept the jokes coming, calling Dre Dr. Nickelback for a week straight. Turns out, the secret was hilarious, not scandalous. Who knew Dre was a secret rock fan? It made everyone love them even more. So, what does this mean for Snoop and Dre? Honestly, it's more laughs than drama. Snoop clowned Dre on every platform, but it was all love. Dre took it like a champ. Their bond? Still strong. Fans were relieved. Some even started calling for a Dre x Nickelback remix. The memes kept coming, but the respect stayed. Their legacy wasn't hurt. It just got a funny new chapter. If anything, this made them more relatable. Everybody's got a guilty pleasure, right? Now, even legends like Dre aren't safe from a little friendly embarrassment. The whole world got a good laugh, and hip-hop stayed strong. Still, people can't help but wonder, what other secrets are hiding in the studio? Guess we'll have to wait and see. Alright, it's your turn. Did this secret blow your mind or just make you laugh? Were you hoping for a bigger scandal, or do you love this twist? Drop your wildest theories in the comments. Who do you think has more hilarious secrets, Snoop or Dre? And what celebrity should we investigate next? Don't forget to follow for more exclusive stories and legendary surprises. You never know what's coming. Stay tuned, because in hip-hop, the truth is always stranger than fiction. And remember, next time you hear Photograph at a party, it might just be Dr. Dre behind the DJ booth. Sound off below. Let's keep the conversation going and see whose secrets get revealed next.